Welcome to Week 7, Authentic Assessment Online Course. This week's reading assignments explain and reinforce authentic assessment and its place in an online course. Our sync session will provide an opportunity to discuss and develop an authentic assessment for your final project. Bring any best practices you have created or experienced. So what is an authentic assessment? Wiggins identifies a few key criteria contained in an authentic assessment. Realistic, requires judgment and innovation, asks the learner to do the subject, replicates or simulates the testing in the workplace or civic life or in your personal life. It assesses the learner's ability to effectively and efficiently use a repertoire of knowledge and skill to negotiate a complex task. And finally, it allows appropriate opportunities to rehearse, practice, consult resources, and get feedback on and refine performance or products. Without further ado, we define authentic assessment as one that requires students to apply what they've learned in a new, complex circumstance or situation. Benefits and downsides. Schenck identifies a few key challenges of assessments in the online environment. Expecting a bell curve, using the wrong type of assessment, not creating valid enough assessments, and using poorly written multiple choice tests. The first benefit is authentic assessment won't overcome all of these challenges, but it interrupts those multiple choice tests and quizzes. Authentic assessments are more learner-centered, as they require learners to demonstrate via hands-on activities. Now the downsides. Even though authentic assessments are highly beneficial, they present many challenges. Two that we really want to point out are more time. Learners take longer to complete an average quiz or test when it's authentic. The development takes a lot more time and a lot more effort as well. More alignment to learning objectives and instructional materials. In addition, the grading is largely subjective. Due to being more complex, grading will likely take longer as well. The following steps, based on those developed by the University of Florida Center for Instructional Technology and Training, help you develop an authentic assessment by addressing your learning objectives and enhancing your course. Step 1. Identify your learning objectives. Learning objectives are the cornerstone of any course. They publicize what learners should be able to do or what skills they'll develop during the course. Start the process with your objective in mind. Ensure the authentic assessment aligns with the objective. Step 2. Define relevant tasks. Start by gathering information about the tasks or skills to your learning objectives. Create the assessment by using your learning objective to define the questions. As an illustration, if the learning objective states learners will be able to analyze local and global impacts of organizational decisions, consider creating a fictional scenario where learners make organizational decisions and analyze the impact of those decisions. Step 3. Identify essential performance criteria. This step focuses on how you'll know they've achieved the learning objective. Align the performance criteria to the nature of your learning objective, task, or skill. Ensure you measure a learner's performance similarly to the expectations they'd encounter at work or in class. For instance, create performance criteria specific to how learners should make organizational decisions and how accurately and/or appropriately they analyze those decisions. Step 4. Develop a rubric. Rubrics are powerful tools for many assessment types, and they're an essential component of authentic assessment. Remember, authentic assessments are subjective, and rubrics can help ensure instructors grade fairly and consistently from learner to learner. By providing learners an opportunity to test their knowledge or skills in relevant situations, you'll prepare them for their professional evaluation and demonstrate the relevance of your course's content outside the classroom. Spend the time and effort to develop an authentic assessment by following the 4 steps, and make sure your courses are hugely impactful.